Hey guys, Miss Marcus here, and if you didn't of course already see everything, PES 2016 of course will be coming out, as you will most likely know, in just over 3 months time, which is quite good, much earlier than usual. Usually it comes out in October, November time, but Konami have just basically announced that the game is coming out for the 15th or the 17th of September, depending on where you live in the world. So 15th is for like North America and whatnot, and the 17th is for Europe. So it's really pretty minted, to be honest. So basically it means it's the second week of September, which is absolutely fantastic, just after the second week of September, which means it actually will be out a week before FIFA 16 comes out, which is crazy because FIFA 16 has already been confirmed to come out on the 25th of September. It comes out 2 days before my birthday, I know that. It comes out always in the last week of September, so yeah, that's really crazy. So before FIFA 16 comes out. But Konami have come out with a big massive whole list of new improvements, new features, and of course as a massive press release as well. And potentially there's a new box art, which I'm showing on the screen now. Personally, I don't really like it at all, and I'll make my own box art, which will probably look a lot better than that. But with that being said, let's get into the actual press release. So in the press release there are like several different bullet points. I'm just going to go through all of them in this one video, and then I'll go over them. Of course, as I go over them, I'll put my own sort of impressions into it. So with that being said, there's fresh gameplay, exciting advancements reaffirming the PES series as having the #1 gameplay, most likely in football games. Advanced collision system. The physicality of the modern game has been realised in PES 2016 with a significantly improved collision system, calculating how players interact, creating a unique outcome depending on type of impact. So basically they've improved the collision system. We've been asking for this for so goddamn long. Hopefully it's not as bad as how FIFA was when they put a collision system in, which just went crazy and people went flying all over the place, and Fusto Raz just happened all the time. But hopefully it's not as bad as that, because of course it's advanced, so maybe it should be a lot better. Taken from the trailer, it does look like it's going to be absolutely fantastic. But moving on to the aerial strength. With the new physicality system, aerial battles are completely unique experiences here. Use a left stick to battle opposition to disrupt a larger, more powerful player, or find the best position to make the header volley. So with that being said, it means that basically maybe a bit more momentum wise when it comes to the game. So of course you could have like a small player, like for example Thomas Vermaelen is what, 5'9" or whatever, and he can like can't out jump Peter Crouch, but he could get to the ball before Peter Crouch or disrupt him when he's in the air, so the ball would just fly over both their heads. Stuff like that sort of logic. I'm using Thomas Vermaelen because he was a short player for Arsenal and he was impressing with his height, with his jump height. So stuff like that, which sounds really cool and really impressive. But again, another thing which has basically been in FIFA for what, a year now. It was in FIFA 15 a lot. So with that being said, it will improve the game, but it'll just make it look a bit more impressive, to be honest, and that's really a good thing as well. So moving on to the 1v1 control. In PES 2016, the 1v1 player control has been enhanced, offering a wide range of movements with the existing controls. Response times have been improved, allowing players to maneuver in tight situations, which also benefit the upgraded feint moves that allow sudden directional change that can cause defenders to lose their balance. The one-on-one situations now offer a great leap in exciting table-turning outcomes, just as the real pitch offers opportunities for those brave enough to perform. Players can pull off precise actions, flexibly maneuver and pull away from the defender, technique and time to the defender to lose his balance, and create great chances just as you pictured. Basically, it means you'll be able to be Messi, like proper Messi. Like, think back to the Champions League semi-final against Bayern Munich and think, well, you're Lionel Messi going up against Jerome Boateng, and Boateng slipped like hell. You'll probably be able to do that in the game, which is going to be amazing if they can pull it off properly and it doesn't just happen all the time. Like if a good player with a good balance really stays on his feet, it'll be really interesting to see the one-on-one situations. But again, you don't want to have a Jerome Boateng every single time you're playing the game. But yeah, who cares? You're going to be Lionel Messi. Who the hell cares about that? Well, you're going to be like Messi. So with that being said, let's move on to the perfect defense. Performing a tackle at the perfect time will powerfully shove the player out of the way to secure the ball. The ball immediately will be yours, creating direct turnarounds and counter opportunities. More or less what it is already this year, except hopefully that means that the referees will be improved, so that every time you don't do it and like he shoves the player out of the way, the ref goes foul, yellow card, or foul, red card, and just be an absolute prick. So hopefully it doesn't do that, which is a good thing. Moving on to the intelligent player AI, 2 to 3 player combination plays will be available for the improved concept of team strategy, which depends on the type of tactic you set up your team. Players no longer reliantly on manual triggering a 1-2 with teammates intelligently running off passes into space. The player AI in PES has already been fantastic for the last 10 years. I've not played a PES game where they've just never ran for me, like without me instigating the run. Unlike in FIFA where you have to basically make every single player run for you, this year in PES, again, they've improved the player AI, so it means that your players will run automatically without you having to manually trigger a 1-2 I mean, it happens anyway, but this year maybe it'll be even better. So like you pass to Neymar passes to Jordi Alba passes into Iniesta, and Jordi Alba just makes a sprinting run down the left hand side, and you just play it in behind him without actually behind like the right back, without actually playing, without manually triggering a 1-2 or 2-3 or whatever the hell it is, which is just really impressive. So yeah, that sounds amazing. So moving on to the goalkeeper ID. In a bid to improve quality and adding unique individuality and performance, new goalkeeper parameters have been added now varying catching, clearance, collapsing and deflecting. This adds to the character to the players, who can count on catching the ball rather than punching, or better at stopping close range shots. That just basically means that the goalkeepers are going to be so much more varied this year, rather than just everyone basically being Manuel Neuer in terms of everyone runs out of the box to get the ball. But basically it means that you'll have your goalkeepers who would rather punch the ball, like for example Casillas, rather than grab the ball like Thibaut Courtois. Personally for me, Courtois is like an amazing goalkeeper, and I think having someone like that who can catch the ball properly and then kick it like with a low kick would be like amazing on counter-attacking like football. So that really impresses me, like personally, for a goalkeeper ID. I used to play goalkeeper, so I sort of know that being a goalie is a hard thing, but it is really good to be like, being a good goalie will always help. But moving on to another big thing which they've taken from FIFA is the celebration control, new for the series, new for PES. Players have full control over goal celebrations to maximise their excitement when scoring. Prompts appear after a goal to trigger trademark celebration or unique actions at the press of a button. So basically, FIFA 16 FIFA celebration since 08? No, since 09. So yeah, you get celebration control. Well, to be fair, I'm not really too bothered by that. I don't really celebrate anyway. But yeah, I'll be able to do like the stuff I get to do, like Spanish Archer and stuff like that, the celebrations which I've always usually do anyway in FIFA. I'll be able to do it in PES now, so well, can't really complain about that. So moving on to the fundamental changes, the new significant improvements across key modes and features. First, we'll be moving on to Master League. Now, the famous and hugely popular Master League sees a total revamp, allowing users to immerse themselves in the managerial world of soccer. Every element has been redesigned or reworked, from the vibrant and involving menus to the new and exciting player transfer system. PES 2016 sees one of the series' most integral modes redefine the single player experience. Now, it doesn't really say much, it just says it's revamped and every element has been redesigned and reworked and stuff like that, but it does sound like Master League has been properly looked at this year compared to last year, where it was more or less just the same as every single other year. Nothing really changed. It was more or less really boring. You could just play every single match and nothing would change. So I think probably this year it might be a little bit different, and it will actually be like a good thing. So yeah, I can't really say much more without actually seeing and playing the game for myself, so I'll have to leave that for now. I'll probably maybe make another video just based on Master League and what I personally want to see in the new Master League. So of course I know it's being revamped, so of course I'll get to probably find out what the new revamped stuff is. So yeah, let's just move on to new visuals. Incorporating the many advancements of the Fox engine, the visuals have seen a huge upgrade. See the rain splash as players slide in to win possession, or the turf kick up as you strike the ball into the top corner. New nighttime lighting and real turf textures add to some of the many improvements. So basically the pitch is going to be green this year, like properly green, none of this bloody orange or opaque or goddamn just horrendous colouring for your pitches. Your pitches will actually look real. The rain will splash as the players slide in. Basically all that stuff you saw from the teaser trailer and from the trailer, you're gonna see basically happening in game, which is just amazing, which personally for me is just fantastic. But moving on to the big thing which I thought they were going to put in last year but they're putting in this year, is the dynamic weather. So for the first time in the PES series, for the first time in basically not any series, not many games have dynamic weather. Basically it's been introduced with the chance of rain starting during the game, and then combined with the ever more realistic ball physics, the rain changes how the game can be played, with passes speeding up, players less skilled to struggle with trapping, defender taken by the one-on-one be covered with pitch blades by slipping and falling. Features applied to all offline modes, including the Master League, becoming an important element to decide the outcome of the match. Now I understand why this particular dynamic weather is restricted to offline as compared to online, because online it would be a pain in the arse if you're winning a game like 3-0, starts raining and you're just like, I don't like the rain, and then suddenly the guys like scored 4 goals and you're just like, for goodness sake, because every single time you've got all these defenders who have no balance and they just continuously fall over to the ground all over the place. So I understand why it's stayed to offline game modes, but I think that sounds like absolutely amazing. So moving on to the human motion seeking to humanize player movement three times the new animations. So 3 times the animations have already existed have been added to the game have been added to bring in-game superstars to life. Goalkeepers have seen an abundance of save animations added, while outfield players shoot, pass, dribble and tackle in a countless variety depending on the situation. Players complain when a foul isn't given, or lament a teammate when a pass isn't made in open space. And a new 1v1 control also benefits from this, with players being able to fool their opponents with shimmies and feints that can result in causing the opponent player to lose his balance and fall in the wrong direction. Like I've already said, Lionel Messi versus Jerome Boateng sounds amazing. Human motion in general, goalkeepers have been improved again, another more saves for them to make. And hopefully this whole thing, players complaining when a foul isn't given, like you actually see them. Like it's a bit like how the FIFA did it this, well, in FIFA 15 they did the whole thing, like the emotions of the players and stuff like that. But my god, it sounds crazy. Like if they actually do it, like Neymar rolls on the ground like after a foul, quote unquote marks, and the guy runs away with the ball and then Neymar like taps the ground, like hits the ground. He's like, nah, that's bullcrap and stuff like that. Like if that happens and they actually show emotion, that'll be absolutely amazing. Like really amazing. Like remember when Diego Costa continues to get fouled by players and he'd always like hit the ground with anger. Seeing that would, in a game, but like not zooming in on his face, would be really impressive. Like personally for me anyway. So moving on to new ball physics. The past few years have seen the series make huge advancements in ball physics, and for PES 2016 new levels of realism have been reached. Each spin, bobble and ricochet has been calculated using real ball physics data, and helps keeping every movement in the game, every movement in every game unique and unpredictable. So basically the ball, as we already know, exists as its own separate its own set of physics. So it means that anything could potentially happen with the ball depending on the situation and stuff like that. So again, it's new ball physics, is what you expect. So let's go into the quality improvements, which are the many important elements that are graded per fan feedback. So we're moving on to My Club. Since launch of the mode in PES 2015, My Club has been updated on a weekly basis and now have been further improved based on the user feedback for PES 2016. The enhancements will introduce player level systems and players exclusive to the mode. Please don't be Vander merch. Please, God, no. But use GP acquired through matches or My Club coins to experience realistic club management combined with players to strive to be stronger in your squad. Choose a manager, consider coaches, and build a strategy based on what you aim with your team. Build your team, create your legacy. It sounds very goddamn similar to last year. Like, player level systems, don't really understand what that even means, and players exclusive to the mode just sound really bad if it's just Vander merch. Please, Konami, just don't bring him back. Just kill him, put him in a grave, burn his body alive, please. But yeah, moving on to the dynamic wide camera angle. New angle gives you a larger field of view, allowing you to better plan and adjust your players to compete in aerial battles or see intelligent runs being made thanks to intelligent player AI. Depending on where the ball is on the pitch, the camera will tilt and zoom in and out to make sure the user has the best view possible during the match. Sounds pretty minted. That's a dynamic wide camera angle. I can't really say anything else. On to the big goddamn thing, which is amazing, is the commentary have finally goddamn been improved. So new commentators have been introduced for both UK and Germany, with Peter Drury and Marco Hagemann joining the PES team. An abundance of new lines and specific stories have been recorded dedicated for Master League, responding to player transfers, player growth and team performance. So it basically means, I'm going to assume that Peter Drury is in this, and what is his name? Oh my god, what is his name? John Champion is out. Jim Beglin is most likely still in, because Jim Beglin tweeted like months ago that he was going into the studio to do more commentary, which I'm sort of fine with. If you watched the World Cup in 2010 in South Africa, the Shabalala goal, there's a link in the description below. That's Peter Drury and Jim Beglin. Peter Drury is the one who goes Shabalala. So he's a good commentator. Marco Hagemann I've never actually heard of, to be honest, so I can't really comment on his commentating skills. But Peter Drury is like an amazing commentator, so that's like amazing. But then we're going on to the big amazing thing: the PS4 image importing. Edit mode is synonymous with the PES series, and further updates have been made to this hugely popular mode. PS4 users are now able to import images into the game, perfectly replicating any team kit or emblem the user wishes, including managers. I don't know how they're doing it, but PS4 image importing, everyone's going to buy this game on the PS4 if the Xbox One does not have this. And that is amazing, because the PS4 of course is an amazing piece of kit. Xbox One I've played on the Xbox One. Personally, I think they're both amazing consoles. But with the PS4 having image importing, everyone's going to buy PES on the PS4 if Xbox don't have that. And of course it'll be quite annoying basically for the people with the Xbox. But again, PS4 image importing wasn't there last year. This year we will finally be able to make the kits properly, and it will actually look amazing. Like, the game already looks really good, but with fake kits, you know, it just looks like fake kits and it looks horrendous. But with that being said, including managers, wishes, emblems, and team names and all that sort of stuff, team kits, everything. Fan goddamn tastic. So now we move on to the one big thing which I'm a bit annoyed about, but I'm not really too bothered, is the pre-order content that get ahead in my club by pre-ordering now. So if you get a day one edition, which is basically for all formats, which is you get one player loan, which is Neymar. You get one player UEFA.com team of the year 2014, which is probably gonna, it can't be Neymar, so you're gonna get between like Ronaldo, Messi, Suarez, Neuer, Thiago Silva, basically the same people every single year, PK, stuff like that. You get 10,000 GP for 10 weeks, you get 10 recovery items, and you get 3 times player contracts, so 3 player contracts. So basically one of the things which is annoying is that 10,000 GP for 10 weeks, so it's a bit like how FIFA had their, oh, we'll give you 10,000 coins for 10 weeks thing, which like happened like 2 or 3 years ago when they started doing that. But there's 2 other editions, which are Anniversary Edition, which is PS4 and PS3 only, which is one player Neymar, one player UEFA.com Team of the Year 2014, 10,000 GP for 20 weeks, 20 recovery items, 5 player contracts, and 1,000 My Club coins. My god, and a steel book, which just sound, but you gotta love your steel books, but the steel book has to look good, or else what the hell's the point in getting a steel book? And then you have the digital pre-order, which is a PSN exclusive. Again, you get Neymar, you get a Team of the Year 2014, you get 10,000 GP for 15 weeks, you get the recovery items, and you get 5 player contracts. So basically anyone's going to buy the game, it's probably going to be the Anniversary Edition. I'm going to assume the steel book's going to say 20th anniversary on it, but yeah. And then the final big thing is from the European Brand Director of Football, Eric Bladeniaris, who I'm going to assume is something to do with Konami, said that this is an exciting time for the series and its fans. I'm very glad and proud that we can present this best game in the series, which I've been playing since its early days during its 20 years of history. This is solely due to the passionate feedback and support from our users in the community, making us strive and realizing the core of what PES is, finally being able to put their voices into the product. The power of Fox Engine, together with the recent success and accolades, have allowed the team in Japan to move forward with greater confidence. We truly believe with PES 2016 we will continue to celebrate the history of PES and everything it stands for, and create a new level of quality that has never been reached by a football game. Here's to another 20 years. In 20 years I will be 40, well, turning 41, and I doubt I'll be playing football games anymore. But yeah, so that just sounds amazing. The game sounds amazing. 17 minutes in, this is just fantastic. On the screen now, it's just going to be stuff which is just random stuff, to be honest. There's not really much on the screen. But yeah, game sounds amazing, and I'll make some more videos of that. If you want anything for me to actually look at and think about, like properly just for individual videos, just put some comments in the description below. I've linked you. Check out Peter Drury commentating, because he is an amazing commentator. And, well, you know who he is if you watch football on ITV. And, yeah, I mean, this game just sounds amazing. So, yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, I would advise you to subscribe to my channel for more, because I'm going to have more. Comment below if you have anything you want me to talk about in an individual video, and I'll make the individual videos. And catch you later.